Welcome back to Game Repose, your bi-weekly gaming podcast where we talk about all the gaming news that matters to us because it's our show and not yours. I'm the obligatory gaming chick that plays more than Candy Crush, Jade, and with me are my constant backup dancers.
I am Mr. Jungle Kitty 2018, Tiago.
134 of our listeners were complaining about me not talking enough. And all I have to say is fuck you. Also, my name is Killian.
Do we even have 134 listeners?
Yes. All right.
We do now.
Wait, since when?
Oh my god, are we gonna have to start this over? It was a joke play. Oh my god. Alright, we're starting this over.
No, it's fine, just go.
No, I refuse.
No, we're
That's
done.
perfect, that was funny. Oh my god.
Just tell me you're gonna cut out all this shit right here.
No. This is
cut it out.
gold.
I'm hanging up. Anyway, so kids, what's on the agenda today?
Well, we're gonna see what's been happening around the world of gaming for the last 2 weeks or 3. I don't remember when the last episode was. I kept getting bitched at to hurry up and finish the editing, but you know, sometimes you just got a lot of things to do.
I mean, in terms of like getting bitched at, I know I did not do any of bitching at anyone. I was really chill, like whatever.
I just wanted to hear it because, you know,
Because she's super bossy.
it's true.
She is super
I
bossy.
I am a boss.
Okay.
Like a boss.
To
All
be
right,
fair,
well,
she is the reason.
in video game news this week, we had a development on the Obsidian front. Have you guys heard about this?
I have.
No.
So
me.
apparently, Microsoft Studios is rumored to be in talks to purchase Obsidian Studios. And for those of you that don't know who Obsidian Studios are, you might know them from such games as Fallout New Vegas, Elder Scrolls 4 Oblivion, and more recently, the Pillars of Eternity series.
Oh wait, I think you called me this week to tell me this.
Yeah, I was really upset about that.
Like on a Tuesday or something. You were like, "Can I call you?" And I'm like,
You guys don't understand how upsetting this was to me. All right, so I'm going to give you a rundown of why this is a bad fucking idea for Obsidian to sell to Microsoft. So, since like, I want to say 2001, don't quote me on that, Microsoft has purchased 10 gaming studios. FASA Studios, Digital Anvil, Ensemble, Lion's Head Studios, Press Play, Twisted Pixel Games, excuse me. They did Rare, Big Park, and Mahjong was their most recent purchase in 2014, who they bought for $2.5 billion, mind you. Yeah. So out of these 10 game studios that Microsoft has purchased, only 6 of those studios are still open, but one of those broke away from Microsoft. So technically, only 5 of the studios that they had originally purchased are still theirs. They closed down FASA Studios, who did the Crimson Sky series, Digital Anvil, who made Wing Commander, Ensemble, who made the original Halo Wars game, which everybody fucking loved. Remember?
Yes.
Lion's Head Studios, which is a personal dagger to the heart, because they were the creator of the Fable series. Press Play, who is a little less known, they did Max and the Cursed Brotherhood. So out of all these studios, you know, they closed down those studios. Obsidian almost went bankrupt. I think it was in 2012 before they started a Kickstarter campaign for the creation of Pillars of Eternity, which did amazingly well. Like, I don't know if you guys have had a chance to play that at all. I don't think you have, like, because it's a PC title. Well, it was up until recently. It just
Divinity?
title. No, Pillars of Eternity.
oh.
Where did you get Divinity from?
I don't know. I heard Eternity, Divinity. I was like, yeah.
It was very similar to, I don't want to say Diablo style, but it was like that top-down Fog of War map, but it was a lot of RPG elements, and it was a difficult game. It wasn't an easy game. A lot of customization as far as what your characters look like and stuff like that. It was really, really good. But I'm scared that Microsoft is going to just do what they usually do and suck all the juice out of this gaming studio if they purchase it, like the vampires that they are, and destroy them. And
Why
think about
do
what
they
that would mean.
why do they close down so many studios? Like you would think like they spend so much money on buying a studio, like all these different studios.
There isn't a whole lot of like straight up actual answers. There's a lot of speculation. Like, for example, Lionshead Studios, the Fable the Journey didn't do very well, and they were starting to create Fable Legends, which was in the beta phase when, and that was 2016 when Microsoft actually shut down the studio and basically got rid of everybody.
I know you were a big fan of Fable. You've told me that you've played Fable a bunch of times. Like,
yeah, I only played 3, but I loved 3. 3 was a really fun game, and I was looking forward to whatever they want to do next, and it just went to shit after that. And I think that was when Microsoft bought them out.
It's really funny that you say that 3 was awesome, because if you played all the Fable series, 3 is like one of the most hated.
Really?
Yeah.
That's hilarious.
2 was supposed to be the best. 1 was good, but it was like kind of like what we've talked about, how the first round of video games, like the first in a series, is always kind of like
yeah,
because they haven't fully fleshed out how they want it portrayed. So it was a little bit like that, but it was it concerns me because of the whole Bethesda angle to this. So is this going to continue? Are they going to start making their games like exclusive, which would help sales of the Xbox but hurt a lot of people in the process?
Even though Xbox games are quote unquote exclusive, they're not exclusive like a PS4 or PlayStation game or a Nintendo game, because I mean Forza is an exclusive to Microsoft Xbox, and I'm playing it on my PC.
But hold on. It's exclusive to Microsoft.
Yeah.
Microsoft makes what?
PCs.
Exactly.
So I can play those games on my PC as well.
I should correct myself. They don't make PCs. Well, I'm sure they do, but they make operating software.
Systems. Yeah. Also, Microsoft bought out Mojang. You know who Mojang is?
Yeah, that's the one they bought for
Minecraft.
$2.5 billion.
Yeah, Minecraft.
And I don't think Minecraft has been doing bad. Like, unless I'm wrong.
It hasn't changed though. That's the thing. Yeah. Minecraft is exactly the same. They did the whole Minecraft story mode, which was at best. It was another way to milk the Minecraft series, and I can't fault them for it. I mean, it's Minecraft. Kids are gonna buy it. People are gonna buy it. And I know that you, Killian, has specifically said that you've played Minecraft.
Oh,
I personally tried Minecraft. It is not my jam, man. It's not for me. I'm good.
Yeah, it's not for everyone, but it's virtual Legos. Kids eat it up. I'm still a kid.
There's that. And speaking of like Microsoft cancellations, there was like that big game that people were looking forward to like a year or two ago.
Oh, you mean Scalebound? Yeah, they can go fuck themselves over that game.
Yeah, the game looked awesome, and then I was super excited for it. All of a sudden, like January of 2017, I think it was, they were just like, we're canceling this game, and people were really upset because that game was fucking amazing. But
I thought I was actually gonna start using my Xbox for once.
Yeah, I was like, that game, I would have bought an Xbox One for that game. I would have forked out the money for it, but I mean, I have one now, but like, if that game would have come out like during that time, I would have gotten an Xbox One sooner, I should say.
It's really sad because there hasn't been really any kind of like, speaking of Scalebound in particular, there hasn't been really like any acceptable reason why it was canceled.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, we just got like a random tweet from one of the developers saying, "It's unfortunately been canceled. I'm very sorry to anyone who was looking forward to this game."
Yeah, that's pretty much. They didn't give us a reason or anything like that. It was just like,
was there just not enough hype or something?
Oh no, there was plenty of hype.
There was plenty of hype. I think what happened was just that Microsoft, they were like paying attention to other stuff. I from my knowledge and like the little bit that I know, I mean, I don't know how accurate this is. I felt like from Microsoft was just paying attention to other stuff, and they were like, well, this isn't as important. Cancel it.
I think it's more like, this has been in development for X amount of time. If I don't see results in this amount of time, we will shut you down.
Maybe, yeah. Who knows?
just would really like to pick the brain of the people that make these decisions.
I think Microsoft should just stick to like whatever PC stuff that they do, and just kind of.
Well, this was brought up by somebody, and I can't remember if it was one of you guys or somebody else that I know, that they believe that Microsoft is going to be a strictly software company within 5 years. I don't necessarily believe that, but
I mean, yeah.
considering the rampage that they've gone on purchasing studios, it wouldn't surprise me.
They also bought, I think at E3 they announced they bought a bunch of other studios. They also bought Platinum Games, which is a pretty big one for action titles and stuff like that. So
that is true. They did buy Platinum Games. They also bought Ninja Theory, who did Hellblade.
They did Hellblade, and they also did on the PS3 Heavenly Sword, which is a fucking awesome game.
Yeah, Heavenly Sword. It's just, I don't know. Like it's good for Obsidian in the way that Obsidian was struggling with money and stuff like that back in the day, and now like if Microsoft buys them out, they'll have money.
Mm-hmm.
But how long are they going to survive under Microsoft?
Right. Who knows? It's all up in the air, I guess.
So, which brings me to a little company called CD Projekt Red.
Yeah, CD Projekt Red. For those of you who don't know who CD Projekt Red is, they are a company behind one of the most beloved video game series out there, the Witcher series. They offered a fantasy author a percentage of their profits in exchange for the rights to use his IP, The Witcher. He said no, didn't think there would be any profit, so he asked for the whole amount, which was roughly $9,000.
$9,000?
$9,000.
Oh my god! Okay, continue. I'm getting, this is like soap opera. I'm getting scared.
So, long story short, CD Projekt Red is now worth over $2 billion. How does that make you guys feel?
The thing is, like, that guy was stupid. That author, like, he clearly, when you make it,
was he stupid? Do you think he was stupid?
Yes.
Go ahead. Continue your thought.
Here's the thing, because, like, number one, he probably doesn't know anything about or how things can like fluctuate and change in business or anything when making a decision like that. So 20 years ago was what, 1998? Was Harry Potter out at that time yet? Were the books out at that time?
I don't think so.
Okay, probably not. But it's just like $9,000 or the profits over time on whatever comes out of. It's just like it was a bad choice on his part. Like, because
I'm gonna counter that for a second. So you have this unknown video game software developer in a time where gaming wasn't as big as it is now, saying, hey, we will give you a percentage of any profits that we make if you let us use your books as source material to make this video game. My thought, if it were me, I would have been like, well, there's absolutely no guarantee that you're going to make any money on this at all. So I might as well get something out of it now. And that way, you know, I got paid for whatever. So I can see where he's coming from, because that was during a time where, like I said, gaming wasn't nearly as big as it is now. There was no guarantees in anything. So,
but it was also growing during that time.
This was also like, do you remember where CD Projekt was from, Killian?
No, I do not.
Do you know where they're from?
Me?
Yeah.
New Zealand.
Wait, what?
I fucking know. I just threw that out there. I don't fucking know.
What makes you think New Zealand?
Are they from Poland?
I don't know. It just feels cold. Like they make The Witcher, so I feel like The Witcher's like very cold.
Yeah, I figured it might be Poland because
I'm not a fucking cartographer. I don't make maps or fucking know geography.
Oh my god. Okay, so they're a developer out of Warsaw.
Oh, Poland. Oh, it was close.
Yeah.
It's all up there. It's
anyway,
all
yes, Killian, you were right. They are out of Poland. So how many other Polish game developers can you think of? Exactly.
Andrzej Sapkowski, courtesy of Jaden for looking up the pronunciation of that.
I love how you just blurted that out.
Yeah.
That
was the author, by the way, guys.
Yeah, is the author. And he's suing CD Projekt Red for 16 million in royalties that he turned down all those years ago.
Yeah, he's gonna lose that. He's gonna lose that.
He unfortunately is. He signed contracts saying I waive my rights to further or future profits by getting this lump sum now.
Yeah.
They can't uphold that. At least
he's an idiot.
As far as my knowledge of the law, at least in the United States goes, that wouldn't be upheld. I don't know about laws in Poland.
He said in interviews that he didn't believe in the success of them and expected them to fail. He said video games are stupid and would rather associate with intelligent people as opposed to gamers who are stupid.
Hold my purse. Hold my purse.
He shouldn't get a fucking penny. A
Anjay,
fucking dumbass.
Anjay, I'm not stupid because I play video games. I'm stupid because I was born that way. And he claims that the games are only popular because of his books, which is probably true.
No, that's absolutely not true. I know many people that have read his books because of the games.
Yeah, I think it's the other
way
around.
Played the game.
I think it's the other way around, buddy.
It's just like the Metro series. Metro Last Light, Metro 2033, the new one coming out. Those are based off of books. The books are absolutely fantastic. If you guys haven't read them out there, please check them out. They're really, really good.
How many books are
it's
there?
Just like I believe there's 3.
Okay.
That's why there's 3 games, I believe. But they're fantastic. But it's the same thing. Like people in the United States, because these weren't English books, they weren't like American books that came out or published here. They were published overseas in foreign countries, and if it weren't for these games, we wouldn't even know about these books.
So you're telling me that you would not take up Polish to read these books if you didn't know about the games?
I'm sure I could find them translated somewhere. I have read books, however, in their original language, which is really hard and a lot of translating going on. But I think that now I can see CD Projekt Red because I think they're genuinely one of the game studios that cares a lot.
Oh, they are very caring.
Yeah, I could see them being like, okay, well, we'll slip them a mill under the table.
Yeah, they're apparently trying to resolve the issue amicably because they want to stay on good terms with him. So good to them. And
yeah,
Anjay, sure. You are a lucky bastard that this is not EA or something like that.
Oh God,
you're an idiot. He's just like people like that. Like I think what he's doing is just wrong. Like, you know what I mean? Like that. Like you agreed to something. Like you made the mistake. Stop trying to fucking get money out of it now. Like I'm sorry. Like no, no. If I was like working at CD Projekt Red, I'd be like, dude, fuck off. Like we handled this like 18 years ago or whatever.
Here's the thing, though. I think I, or maybe Blade, maybe you guys or whomever might be more receptive to this if he hadn't made the comments that he did. If he wouldn't have went immediately to court and tried to settle this with CD Projekt Red outside of like a courtroom and was like, hey, what can we do about this? Let's sit down and kind of work something out. Because it sounds like CD Projekt would be okay with it. Like they'd be, receptive to that sit down conversation.
Yeah.
But he just kind of flew off the handle like a 5-year-old child on a tantrum.
He's an idiot, is what he is. He's the idiot.
Remember,
he's the
gamers
idiot.
Are stupid.
No, he's the dumbass.
Yeah.
Blade, do you have anything that you want to share?
About Anjay or
news
anything.
or whatever?
Well, I think the last time we did this, everyone was I had mentioned about the whole PSN thing, the PSN ID name change, and that's a big thing. Like I mentioned last time, that a lot of people have been asking for since like PS3. So this was like good 10 years ago, and that is finally going to be happening. All you PSN users out there and PS4, PS3 people. So basically, they're going to be allowing people to change their PSN name. I think the initial first time is free. But only if you're part of like this beta. Now, I know, don't quote me on this, but this is like from what I read. Anyone who had signed up to for this particular beta will be able to change their name for free. I think once they see how it works, they'll then roll that out to everybody else. The first name change is free. Every name change after that is $10. But if you have the PS Plus membership, if you pay for the online services on PSN, name changes for those particular people will be $5, $4.99. So we've seen like in the last year and stuff, like PSN, they're really making a lot of improvements just to like their online community and services and stuff like that. And this is all like due to John Cadera. This is what I read online, and John Cadera was appointed CEO of Sony Interactive Entertainment. I want to say, I think in 2017, and then he was appointed to another role just recently this year. And his specialty is just he has that background and he's been with, this is not someone that's new to Sony. He's been with Sony for like more than 20 years. He's been with Sony since like 1992 or whatever, and he kind of just worked his way up. But his background is in online services, like community support, that whole type of thing. That's like what his focus is. And since he's been in these roles, that's where like all these changes have been coming from Sony. And he I think back in May he mentioned in an interview that just for people to expect even more exclusives and things like that coming to Sony. So like he's the one that's been pioneering like this whole like direction that Sony has been taking, and like bringing out like all these like amazing exclusives, and really listening to like the feedback that people are giving them for their online services. And anyone who had a PS3, I mean, when you remember where PS3 started at to where PS4 is now, it's come a long way. It's the services are a lot better. Even from the time that PS4 was first released till now, the services have been improved. It was a shaky start. It wasn't perfect, and it's taking them a little while to get to where they're at now, but they're doing some really good stuff.
Can I give this man a hug? Because last episode I was complaining about this, and then in the middle of the week I'm going crazy because
literally I think like 2 or 3 days after we had recorded the episode, they were like, everyone can change their names.
Although I think if it's a super juvenile stupid name like let's see, Ballsack McGee, they should totally have to keep it. I'm just saying. I
was playing Destiny with some friends, Fox in particular, and Kale. And while we were just roaming, I was like, I'm really tempted in changing my name to Lord Touch Me.
Oh, I would love that.
Oh my god.
And that would be great.
I think Kale told me that. I don't think they'll allow that. I don't know. And then Fox, he said, "Oh yeah, they'll definitely allow that," because I was running a strike with a moist butthole.
Wow.
Yeah, they'll definitely they'll allow it, and I definitely think that you should change your name to Lord Touch Me.
They'll allow it until somebody flags it.
I mean, there's nothing wrong with Lord Touch Me.
It's a name. It's what worst things have happened online.
You guys are putting way too much faith in humanity and their propensity to not get offended by stupid shit.
Hey, if Moist Butthole is running around doing strikes, then I think I'm good.
I would think a Moist Butthole would just be running. Period.
I hate you guys. There is a speaking of that. They did say that the name change. They did say the name change will not be compatible on some games. I think it'll only be compatible on games that have been released from like 2018 onward.
Fair enough.
So like
really?
newer games from what I heard.
Yeah.
So how does that affect, like, say I change my name when it becomes available, as soon the day that it becomes available, does that mean that Destiny 2, for example, it came out, a year ago, does that mean that my name for some reason on the screen won't change in that game?
I think that's what that means. I feel like I think that what it means in a situation like that, when you log into that game, you'll still be Jaden Knight on that game.
That's so weird. But
they did say if people experience issues like that, they'll definitely like reach out to them, contact them, and they'll see like. But it's all they're still beta testing it. It's still like in this zone where they're just trying to work out what is going to take place with it. But hey, at least they've gotten to allow them change. So
that's true. That's. I'm sure there are a lot of people that want to jump on it.
Oh yeah.
Oh jump on it.
I will
that's
be.
Right.
I will be there.
Lord,
day one.
touch me.
Lord, touch me. Finally.
I'm not gonna start saying "touch me" when I want to talk to you.
Well, you already say that.
It's true. We don't need to bring this up now.
Oh Jesus!
So, what has everyone been playing?
Let's start with you.
Me?
Mystic. Yeah.
Oh
what are you?
man, you remember how I used to only play 1 or 2 games?
You mean like
Final
every
Fantasy
day?
and yeah. Well, I have 4 games that I've been playing.
Oh, sweet.
For...
Hold on, I gotta see if the zombie apocalypse is happening outside. Alright, we're gonna continue.
Well, one of them is Friday the 13th, which was a free game for this month on PSN.
Oh, how is that?
You know how I played Dead by Daylight, right?
Mm-hmm. Is it similar? Or?
It's similar in that it's an asymmetrical multiplayer game, but it's just a little too clunky for my liking.
That's what I've seen. Yeah.
That was the main problem, you said?
Yeah, when that first game came out, that was the main complaint that everybody had, is that it was very clunky.
It's really clunky.
Just glitchy.
It is very glitchy. If I get caught by the killer, like if he hits me, I'm pretty much dead. I'm done. I can't do anything. I can't run away.
Welcome to a horror movie. There you go.
I'm dead. Like he can just tap me and I'm dead. It's just very clunky. I open the door and then I try to close it, but then I end up on the outside, murdered. So
sounds like a Tuesday night to me.
So yeah, like I don't know if I will play much more of that. If the guys want to play some more Friday the 13th, I will do that. But I think I'm done with that game for now.
Okay, so that's one. What's the other 3? Other than Destiny, we already know.
Yeah, I played a little bit more of Destiny. I don't have to talk about that. Overwatch, believe it or not, I have been playing some Overwatch.
I have that game on Xbox One.
Do you?
Mm-hmm.
I don't think that's cross-platform though, right?
No, it's not.
No, I think they were saying that.
Wait, what are you playing it on PS4?
No, PC. The PC players would have an advantage over console
I'm gonna
players.
trade it in.
It's pretty fun. It's hectic, which is fun, and I suck. I suck ass.
That's for a game like that. I feel like it's normal until you get like get your feet wet, get the hang of it, pick a character that you really know in and out.
Yeah, I tried a couple of them. I tried Hanzo, which is the archer dude.
Mm-hmm.
Then I tried a tank guy, which was probably good because I wasn't dying as much, but I wasn't doing anything helpful.
I really I played that game. Characters that I enjoyed, I liked Sombra. She was pretty cool. And then I also like Bastion because he's just like a walking turret. So that was pretty cool. And Sombra has like some really cool skills where she can throw like this thing, like this little teleporter thing, and she could teleport around the map to wherever she threw it at.
That's super
She can
helpful.
hack people. So like if someone's gonna like use their super, you can hack into them and cancel out their super. Oh, a lot of cool stuff.
I wanted to try to play a support healer, but I think it's a little too early for me to have people rely on me. So I'm just gonna be on the sidelines and do my thing. Other than Overwatch, I've been playing a ton of Persona 5.
Persona!
The game is so long, Jesus.
How many hours are you?
I'm right around between 60 and 70.
Oh, okay. That's not. I mean, I feel like for a JRPG, that's fairly standard.
Yeah, I guess. I haven't really been doing much of the side stuff, so I figured that I would probably be nearing the end. I don't know how long this game is supposed to take, which is good. I like surprises, and I enjoy it. I didn't think I would enjoy it as much as I am. I love the story. The combat is fun too. When I first originally started playing it, it was a little too easy for me. But I guess that's just because it was the beginning. Because I
It's
haven't
challenging.
died to any of the bosses yet, but I get wrecked to some of the random mobs just running around.
I just love when like regular enemies are just like more terrifying than bosses sometimes. It's just like, and then they have like a dungeon full of them that each hallway you have to fight at least one of them.
There's this one mechanic that they have that I hate because Final Fantasy 13 also had this mechanic, and it's very old school. If your main character dies, you wipe.
Oh, I hate that. That's so stupid. Especially in a game like that, because like Persona 5, like the main character doesn't even talk. So it's like it's like what does it matter if he's dead or not?
He actually brings to the table. I mean, really.
Yeah, right. And the last game I've been playing was Forza Horizon 4.
Woo! Started playing that last
That
night as well.
surprised me, actually, with both of you.
Yeah?
I know. I surprised myself.
So there's this feature or service that Xbox or Microsoft is providing. It's called, crap, what was it? Game
Pass?
Game Pass. There you go. No, stop. Game Pass, and it's $10 a month. And you can play exclusive games using it. And I don't have an Xbox One, but I do have a PC. And this is perfect for me because Forza is $60 right now, and Game Pass is only $10 a month. So I would have to play Forza for 6 months before I spend what the game would cost.
Yeah, and you get to play all the other games that are on there too.
Yes. So if I play 2 games, it paid for itself.
Yes.
Isn't that amazing? Isn't that amazing?
That is
You
fantastic.
should just get a year subscription. It's cheaper.
I don't think I looked for one. I
They
didn't see it.
absolutely do. They do it in a year. I have it.
All right, I'm
it's
still in the
$60.
trial. I am still in the trial. I will check that out before. This is my first Forza game, and it's holy crap! It's a really good game, and it's very in depth. I never played a driving game that's so freaking in depth. Like you can change your tire pressure.
I totally know how to do that.
Yeah, I mean, I played that game a little bit last night too, and it was like I don't know anything about cars. Like I don't like, especially like in settings and stuff like that. I literally was just like, okay, I put the game on easy, and I just want to like kill some time for a few minutes here and there, like throughout the week. So like that's what I'm gonna. I'm not trying to be a mechanic. Like I was like, do you want brake assist? I was like, I want every assist. I want every single assist, and I want the difficulty on easy. I just want to drive and listen to some cool music.
And it's really fun just to drive around and
Yes, yeah, it is really
go
fun.
off road and whatnot. I have this friend
And the music is great.
The music is bomb, yo. I was jamming.
I need to amend myself so we don't have any confusion for the people out there listening. There isn't a 1-year Game Pass. I got that as a free gift from Microsoft. So sorry about it. But you can get a 6-month subscription of Game Pass, and unfortunately that is $60. So it's basically the same price as the $10.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
We got a $120 code for free, so I'm happy.
What I was gonna say with Forza was that I have so the headphones I use, they have Dolby Atmos built in for the Xbox One, and when I'm driving and like the music, like it sounds so good. Like it's not too loud, it's not too perfect. It's just like I just enjoyed it so much. I think I played it last night for like an hour. I was just like chilling in bed, like racing around and stuff. It was really fun.
I wish you would have told me. I would have been playing with you.
That's a game I would never expect you to play.
Man, I had so much fun playing it. And I took some amazing screenshots. That game looks amazing. Here, look, I'll show you guys.
It's beautiful. It's beautiful. Yeah.
It's a beautiful game, and they did such a good job with it. I expect to hear great things about it.
I named my driver Storm.
Oh, this is a thing on Forza as well. They give you a bunch of preset names that you can use. My gamer tag on Xbox is Kieran Ace, right? So Kieran was one of the options that I can pick. And
They say it,
They
don't
say it. And I'm like,
Yes.
why don't games do this?
they? They actually say your name.
They
Yeah.
say your fucking name.
Yeah, they say
People
your
are
name.
gonna
all
start having names like Lord Touch Me in the games.
Yeah. Lord, touch me. Are you ready for your next race?
I can't wait. I can't wait for the future.
I can't wait. Yeah.
The future is now. I have been playing Assassin's Creed Odyssey like it is going out of style or it is crack, and I can't stop either one. I really like this one. It feels like Origins. However, it has a lot more RPG elements in it, and I know a lot of people are having issues with that because it's not what we think of when we think of a straight like Assassin's Creed game. But in this one, I've noticed, and it went back to kind of the old Assassin's Creeds, like old, like original to Brotherhood and Revelations, where you could choose how you were going to assassinate somebody. You didn't have to follow a set script like you did in future titles. Like, I think it started at Black Flag, which was awesome, but that's when it started, and it got really, really bad with Syndicate and Unity. Origins opened it back up, which fed into Odyssey. For those that don't know, it takes place during the Peloponnesian Wars between Sparta and Athens, and you're kind of a mercenary caught in the middle of it with ties to kind of both sides in a way. I love how open the world is, and it's not. What I didn't like about Assassin's Creed Odyssey or Origins is that it was a very large world, but it was a very large world that had nothing in it in a lot of places because there was desert and stuff like that, and there just wasn't a whole lot there.
Origins was just vastness.
Yeah, and Odyssey, there is a lot of open space, like the oceans and stuff, but there's stuff in the oceans, like there's shipwrecks, there's pirates, there's the Athenian side and the Spartan side trying to kill you, and there's ship combat, which is really fluid and really well done on how they did it. And I just realized as you guys were talking, I was kind of calculating. I've put 69 hours into this game.
Wow.
It came out 9 days ago. So if you divide that by 9, I have played that game 9 hours a day since its release. And for those that think I just sit at home and play video games, I do have a full-time job. I just don't sleep.
Yes.
So that is... I love the fact that it's added some of those RPG elements, like decisions that you make in the game, certain ones directly impact the ending of the game.
Oh, it's amazing. It's another Mass Effect 2 or 3 or 1.
But there's a lot more almost like tombs and puzzles and like kind of they had the papyrus scrolls in Assassin's Creed Origins that you had to kind of find the clues for and find out where these certain items are. There's a lot more of those in Odyssey.
I love that stuff.
Yeah, so it's also not just like you don't go from point A to point B, at least I haven't, obviously, otherwise I would have beat the game already, I'm sure. But there's so much in the world that you just kind of you wander, you find yourself wandering around just looking for that next question mark and wondering what's over there, or finding a fort and just thinking about, do I want to roll up in here and murder everybody? Yes I do. So I've been having a lot of fun with it. I'm really glad that they took it back to a single player experience.
I am looking forward to playing Odyssey because I loved Origins so much, and Odyssey looks a lot like Origins.
Yeah,
which
it plays a lot like Origins too.
Which makes me excited. I know people are kind of upset about the lack of stealth. I don't know if there's much stealth.
Oh no, bitch! There is stealth.
Okay.
There is a ton of stealth.
So what people are bitching?
Like, I can totally take out an entire fort with no one fucking seeing me, and I don't mean like a fort like 10 guys. I mean like 20 to 25 people guarding this fort.
Yeah.
And I can take them out completely stealth, or I can just go in there and, for lack of a better way to put it, swords blazing, because I have a fire skill that adds flames to my swords, and murder everybody that way. Like, it doesn't have to be stealth, but there's bounties in this game. So if somebody sees you committing a crime, because there's theft in this game too, like there was before, just with more consequence. They had the I can't remember the name of it. Oh, not blade. Leonidas' spear. That's the weapon that you have with you all the time, and that's what you use for assassinations instead of the hidden blade. A lot of people were upset about that because this was the first Assassin's Creed, as of right now, that there is no hidden blade in.
Oh, okay. Switching it up.
Yeah, I think that it plays well to the area and like the, I guess, quote unquote historical aspect of when this took place, which is kind of silly because it's Assassin's Creed, but you know, they take liberties with certain things, but it is still historically accurate as far as the Peloponnesian War and what was kind of going on and the major players in it as well.
I love that it's so historically accurate because Origins was pretty much the same thing. And
it's not as much as it was in Assassin's Creed 2, Brotherhood and Revelations, and I guess kind of in Assassin's Creed 3. But it still has the major players. Like Assassin's Creed 2, the players for the most part died in the same place that they died in actual history, which was really cool.
Oh wow, okay. You can learn and play at the same time, kids. You know what? You want to know what my favorite part of Assassin's Creed Odyssey is?
Stabbing fools in the neck from a very small bush.
No, it's receiving pictures from Jaden of her hanging on giant dongs.
It's a problem.
I expect these at least once a day, so get to it.
I sent you one today, actually.
Oh, I will check that out.
I can't believe there's so many, so I have to document them and share them with you guys.
I love listening to Jaden like just give me information about something. Every time I listen to her, I feel like I walk away with like 5 college credits because it's just like so much.
I don't know, when I get into games that have some historical significance, like sometimes I'll pause the game and like dive deep into the bowels of Wikipedia and other historical reference sites just to see like what's going on with them. Like, is this actually like what happened? Was this, you know, a historical site and stuff?
Because you're a fucking nerd.
But that's not it. Yes, I'm not a nerd. I'm a geek. I'm electronic. Thank you very much. But what it is it? And maybe this is going to be something for younger gamers. This opened up, you know, the visualness and the want of looking for more information about a certain topic that's actually history. Like, I wasn't playing it just so I could stab people in the neck. I wanted to see the world. I wanted to see what was going on in this time frame.
I think did the same thing when I was playing Origins. I remember when I went to this place called Crocodilopolis. I was wondering, is there actually a place called this? So then I went to Wikipedia, and there is a place that was actually called that before. I can't remember what it's called now, but I was blown away that there was actually a place called...
Oh, bitch. During that game, I fell into the black hole of Egyptian pharaohs for like 4 hours. And just for a little, you know, knowledge dusting on all of this, since you like Origin so much, did you know that Cleopatra was an Egyptian?
I did know that. Yes, I looked it up as well.
She was from Greece or something, right? Originally?
Grecian and
Roman?
Else. No. It was something else. I'll look it up while you guys talk.
Yeah, she was originally from. Yeah, she wasn't Egyptian at all, but yeah, she became queen of Egypt. I've been playing a lot of Dragon Quest XI: Echoes of an Elusive Age. I love this game. This is I've been familiar with the Dragon Quest series pretty much all my life. I remember when I was a kid, I don't remember which one it was, but as a kid, I played Dragon Quest on the Game Boy. Just messed around. Never actually like beat or anything, but I just messed around with it. A year or two ago, I played Dragon Quest Heroes, which is a warrior style game, like a Dynasty Warrior style game where it's the setting is Dragon Quest, everything is Dragon Quest, but it's like it's a hack and slash type of thing. They kind of did that, and I've always been, you know, kind of like I've known about it, right? But I've never like sat down and played one of the main entries in the game. And I have been playing Dragon Quest XI, Echoes of an Elusive Age, for about like I want to say like 2 weeks now. And when I first started playing it, I played it like little by little, and as I went on, and it's very different. This game is very different from anything I've ever played. The the style, the art of the game is it was all drawn by Akira Toriyama. If you guys don't know who Akira Toriyama is the guy who drew Dragon Ball Z. Dragon Ball Z, Blue Dragon, which is an RPG on Xbox 360. So it's that style. So it's like the Goku hair, the Super Saiyan hair, like that type of style, and everything kind of just looks like a little goofy. You know what I mean? Like the enemies, the monsters, but the characters are so amazing, and you play as the main character, who his name is Hero. You give him a but everyone in the game calls him the hero. And he doesn't have a voice, but the way that they are fleshing out the story and fleshing out the characters, you feel you. I've never felt this in a game where you're playing as a main character without a voice, but you feel like you. I feel like I am him. Like I feel like I am this character, and I am the one interacting with every single person. And I have. This is the first game that's achieved that for me. Like, and I love the characters. Like Veronica. So I keep talking about Sylvando because Sylvando's like the best character in this game. I love his quotes. His lines are amazing. His personality is great. It's just like I can't even explain. I love this game. Like everyone needs. If you like classic style RPGs, like everyone needs to play this game. Like, and it's just hilarious. It's so good. It's awesome. And the game starts off kind of goofy and kind of slow, and it's very easy. But as you add party members and as you make your way through the story, it slowly gets more difficult as you go. And it has a lot of like classic, like for example, like if you die in battle, if you early in the game, if you die in battle, the only way that you can be res or resurrected is if you go to a church and pray, and you're sort of brought back to life. And that was like a mechanic that you only saw in very early RPG games like Shining Force and games like on the Nintendo and things like that. But now I'm 40 hours into the game now, and I've been playing, like as I've gotten farther into the story, I've been playing it more and more. It's like it's drawing me more and more. But now, like it took me about 30 hours into the game to finally unlock a resurrection spell. And that resurrection spell that I unlocked was only had a 50% chance of working. Then a little later, I unlocked a resurrection spell that is 100% accurate of the time, and it's actually an ability. It's not even a spell, so which is awesome because if I get silenced, I can still use it because it's an ability, not a magic spell, which is freaking awesome. So there's a lot of little things like that you have to kind of understand it and get into the game. The crafting system is really cool. You can tell it was inspired a little bit by like the crafting system in Final Fantasy XIV, if anyone has ever played that. But I am just like so captivated by this game. The story is really interesting. I love the characters, and this is like one of the best JRPGs I've ever played in my entire life, and I've played a lot of them.
You sent me a clip of your party members dancing, and
yes.
I was dying because they're just in the middle of a fucking battle and they're dancing.
Yes. So like what happens is like in battles, there's like all these different. The game doesn't take itself too seriously. It's a hard game and it's very grindy, but it doesn't take itself too seriously. It still has that lighthearted. So like there's status effects in the game. Like some of these enemies, they'll play like a song that entrances like the party, and if they get like if it's a laughing song, like so the characters, they'll just start laughing.
What?
And every time it gets to if it gets to their turn, they'll just laugh and laugh until it wears off or they get hit or something. They don't do anything except laugh until like that status effect goes away. Sometimes they dance. They get entranced and they'll fall in love with like the enemy. And it's just like all these like really weird, and like the spell, like the names of stuff. Like for example, today, I went to a city called Phenomenon, which is, if you think about it, it's phenomenon. Mm-hmm. And what was happening in that game, in that city, was there was a phenomenon with and they named the city Phenomenon, which is like a phenomenon with like a painting. There was like a painting
okay.
that was like doing this weird stuff, and the name of the city was like It's just like a lot of quirky stuff. Like the names of the spells, like for example, like the first level, the second level fire spell, the AOE is called Sizzle. Ice is called Crag. The upgraded ice is called Crackle. It's just like it doesn't take. It's just I love it. It's great.
There's
It's great.
a status effect on Persona 5. It's called Despair. Man, if one of your party members are depressed, I haven't let it last the entire duration, but I think they just end up dying because I made some enemies depressed and they just disappear from existence. So
Wow, that got dark.
Wait, so when you make them depressed, they vanish?
I guess because they're just shadows.
Oh.
But I haven't seen what happens to one of my party members if they stay depressed for too long.
I have a spell like that in Dragon Quest, and it's called Poof. And you cast Poof, and they just poof, and they vanish. It's awesome.
Have you figured out what you was looking for, Aiden?
Yeah. Cleopatra was the descendant of one of Alexander the Great's generals. She is Macedonian Grecian.
Oh,
Oh, there you
okay. Nice.
See, I fell down the rabbit hole again.
She was in there for like 10 minutes, just like looking up Cleopatra's biological birth mother. So, Killian, let's talk about this Gamer Goo that we got finally.
Okay. So I got mine first, I guess. Tiago got his, and Jaden unfortunately does not have hers yet. I'm sad.
That makes me sad too. I was really hoping to use it tonight.
Ooh, wow. Okay, hold.
What's happening tonight?
Yeah.
Oh, some stabbing.
What? I'm actually kind of excited to use it because it smells
Me
really
too.
Nice. It smells really nice. Mine smells like cinnamon. Did you hear that?
Oh,
pop?
did you hear that?
Ooh.
That snap?
So that was the and it smells really nice. And like I said, when I play games, on the last episode, especially fighting games, my hands do get like they have moisture, they get a little sweaty. So I'm hoping this actually does something about that. But my only concern is that it'll leave residue on my controller.
Can't have that residue, man.
No sticky controllers here.
Wow. Do you see how the color of this?
Wait, no, I have. Let me squirt it. Ooh. Mine
is it chunky?
So mine. Okay, this honestly looks like semen. I can't even lie.
Literally, it looks like semen.
Okay, so this honestly, like, I poured this, I just like squirted this into my hand, and it just looks like very thick semen. Like,
somebody needs to drink some more water.
I think I poured too much.
Okay, so I'm gonna work.
Wait, how long are we supposed to rub this for?
I don't know.
Oh, until it feels good, and
I'm working it into my hand. I'm working it into. It
How
smells great.
It smells
Was it a
really
little
good.
dollop?
I
Was it
use
like a
maybe
pea-sized amount? Did
I
it get
use
all
like
over?
I use like a quarter-sized amount, like the size of a quarter. I'm rubbing it into. Do you guys hear this rubbing?
I can
Yeah.
hear it. Put it closer to the microphone so we can hear you rubbing.
Oh man. Oh.
Oh God! Stop making the noise, man. What the hell is wrong with you?
Okay. When does it
grabbing
dry
my controller
up?
right now.
I feel like my hands are still.
Maybe
Are
you
your
use
Moist?
too much.
Yeah, my hands are still a little moist, but
Are your hands dry now?
No.
Maybe I use.
That smells like sandpaper, dude.
This doesn't. I feel like it's not gonna do it. I don't. Okay,
Maybe
I'm
you
holding
just
my
need to
controller.
rub harder.
Does your grip feel more firm?
Hold on, I'm gonna rub more because I feel like it's my hands feel. It just feels kind of like sticky. Like my controller, like I feel like this is is still the same thing. Like when my hands sweat, they kind of just. Maybe I need to. I'm gonna keep rubbing it more because I feel like it's
can't
slowly
breathe.
changing.
Are you holding your controller?
No, I'm gonna rub my hand. Okay, so now it's starting to dry
Okay.
on my hands, and it feels my hands feel tighter, like a little bit more taut.
It
So I'm
smells
holding
really
my
good.
controller.
It smells really good.
It smells really, really nice. Okay, I'm
my
holding my
God.
controller.
Well, my controller is not slipping.
But here's
Yeah,
the question: was it before?
No.
I mean,
I don't really know
you
what this is supposed to do.
do. Yeah, I don't. I have to
Sweat
play. I have to.
well,
Like,
it's sweat reducing. It says sweat reducing, so maybe
I
it's good
think
for
what
you.
I have to do is like start playing a game and then sort of see it. I think maybe once I start playing, I'll notice, or maybe like one controller for like a good hour.
Grip improving, energy enhancing.
How does this enhance my energy?
The smell, maybe?
Yeah, maybe. It smells really nice. I love the cinnamon one. I might just start buying this just to make my hands smell nice while I play. How much was
I
this?
smell like Christmas. I hate the smell.
Did
thought
you
you said you
just
liked
love
it.
the smell?
I
I'm
do, but now I'm
confused.
thinking about Christmas.
Oh God.
You know what? I'm holding the controller and it feels dry. Like it feels drier than normal.
It is very grippy.
Yeah.
It is
Yeah,
very grippy. I think
I
think it's doing what it's supposed to do.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
I would love to
it-
try this on a fighting game.
Yes, I want to play Tekken or something. Well, you know what? This will be perfect because this week I'm gonna be picking up Soul Calibur 6, so I'll be able to try it on Soul Calibur 6.
So I just went to Gamer Goo's website, and what's funny to me is if you scroll down to the bottom, it says friends who love Gamer Goo, and there is 1, 2, 4, 6, 8 pictures, right?
Mm-hmm.
And most of them are chicks who have their cleavage showing. Go figure.
Really?
Yep.
I'm gonna go to this Gamer Goo website just for myself.
And they're all wearing like Gamer Goo shirts, like because they're probably sponsored.
How did you even find this? Number one.
It's gamergoo.com.
No. I mean like
Oh,
Killian.
Killian?
Oh yeah, I see. Well, yeah, these are obviously sponsored.
Yeah, it's just funny. How did you find this stuff, Killian?
Oh yeah, these are nice.
I was listening to another podcast and they were talking about it.
Interesting.
I love like how all the girls are like models and the guys are just like meh.
If you like hover over the guy in the bottom right corner, look what it says.
What is he doing?
He's like eating crabs or
He's just a guy. Oh, this is obviously a joke.
It says he was the first purchaser or something.
So we have a variety streamer, artist, and cosplay badass. Okay.
You know, now that it's settling into my hands, I do feel my hands like are not even sweaty right now. They're just very dry, and I think that's what it's supposed to do.
Destiny God and Fortnite legend. We have 21-year-old high energy Fortnite streamer. Maybe some of these are
Legit?
legit, but they're just sponsored. PvP goddess, PvE princess and actor. Okay. Variety streamer and Fortnite addict. 19-year-old Osu player, streamer, and content creator. She does not look like she's 19. I am going to go to her Twitch channel.
Are you stalking people now? Is that
I'm
what this
just
has become?
Curious.
Gamer Goo. I mean,
See, this channel doesn't exist.
oh,
Alright,
How
let's
many
go to
of
this
those
one.
actually exist?
This guy, he exists. So some of them are probably legit.
maybe that girl just deleted her.
Maybe. Let's go to a different one.
I do feel like
Yeah, these channels are legit. Oh, she's online right now.
Happens.
ask her about
Oh
Gamer
my
Goo.
god, quick, get away before she notices you. Peeping in her bedroom
30
window.
FPS looks like.
Okay, man, maybe some of these are legit. Guys, there you go. There's your Gamer Goo.
Does anybody else have anything to bring up?
So the next two biggest releases coming out soon are going to be Red Dead and Fallout 76. Are you guys looking forward to one or the other? Or, I'm not looking forward to either of them. I'm probably not gonna play either of them. But are you guys?
How could you not want to play Grand Theft Horse? Seriously,
I
how could you
played
not?
the first Red Dead and I enjoyed it. And
Oh,
then-
whoa, back up. Are we talking Red Dead Revolver, which is the first one, or Red Dead Redemption?
Red Dead Redemption. So I played
Red
the
Dead Revolver
second,
was great. I played that one years ago on the PS2.
and I am also playing Fallout 76. It will be my legit first Fallout game. Show me the ropes.
You and I will play together. We will build a fort and have blankets and camp out.
Is Kale playing with you guys?
I think he's getting it, yeah.
Would Fox play with that game with you guys?
Probably.
Maybe. Is there guns?
And the big thing with Fallout 76, and I'm very concerned that people don't realize this because people never read about purchases that they make because they think that the people who work in these stores should just tell them everything instead of, actually reading a box. But Fallout 76 is online only. There is no offline mode for this.
What?
It is going to be an open, basically, I don't want to say straight PvP because it's not like everybody's going to be murdering everybody all the time. But you can kill other players, and you can bomb other settlements that they make.
But you can play the game yourself.
Yes, you can play it solo without being in a party at all.
But here's my thing: will this game have like NPCs and like things like? Yeah, you see, because like when the things that I've seen of the game, like I see like players running around, but the world looks, besides the enemies, the world looks very empty. It's just like you guys. And
Well,
that's just...
what you've seen is also not the full game.
Right,
There was
right.
some additional footage that was put out this past week that they show the Greenbrier, which is a place in West Virginia. Obviously, the game takes place in West Virginia. And it's very detailed. It looks really, really cool. But I think that you are going to have quests in it. There isn't going to just be an open world sandbox. Where you just kind of like wander around with your thumb up your ass. There are things that you can do in this game. You'll get quests and stuff like that from holotapes. Some of the robots that are floating around. You got to remember, this is basically, for all intents and purposes, the first vault that opens.
Mm-hmm.
So there isn't a whole lot of stuff and NPCs and like actual towns that have been put together yet.
Right,
so
right.
It is just what's been left over from before the war.
Mm-hmm.
So it sounds like a sandbox, pretty much open world sandbox. So to speak.
Yeah, it's a huge open world. Bethesda stated this is going to be their largest map that they've created outside of Elder Scrolls Arenas, which is one of the largest games ever made. If you don't count Minecraft, which I don't. I don't.
So this game is going to be bigger than Skyrim?
Yes.
Yeah, I that does not entice me. That actually makes me not want to play it.
Yeah, you don't like games like that. You don't like the giant open spaces.
It just makes me feel very overwhelmed, and it's just like...
I like them as long as you have a set goal.
I like them as long as you guys are with me.
Yeah, that also is good.
I guess. But
I guess that's also good, that I'm playing it with my friend.
But then there's there's Red Dead Redemption, which is going to be again another huge open world game. That it's going to be very, very large. It's going to have a lot of quests in it. He plays Arthur Morgan, who is a part of basically a bandit group for all intents and purposes, and you have to set up camps, do chores around it. You actually have to take care of your horse. You actually have to build relationships with any animals that you ride, like any horses that you ride. The thing that is getting me about these games nowadays is the install size of them. Like Black Ops 4, which just came out recently, again, an online-only game for no fucking reason.
Is anyone getting that?
I did, but I refuse to put it in my system yet. I just have to get to the point where I'm okay with the fact that they fully took out a campaign of that game.
Oh,
like
man.
completely. So the zombies look fantastic. I have no interest in the multiplayer or Blackout. Blackout is the battle royale mode that they added to it, which from what I've heard is fantastic. I just have no interest in it personally.
Of course, they added a battle royale mode.
But that on the Xbox One was 140 gigabytes just to install the game without patches.
Oh, wow.
Red Dead Redemption is going to be 180 gigabytes just to install the game. My question is, why are they only putting out, like, well, now it's up to basically 1 terabyte standard. But back in the day, even with the old Call of Duties, they were a huge installation, and we had 500 gigabytes, which, for all the tech people know, you don't actually get 500 gigabytes of storage. You get, like, 390, maybe?
Yeah.
So that's like a third of your hard drive right there for one game.
I still have the original PS4 and it's only 500 gigs. And I am constantly deleting games to try new games. And it's tedious.
I bought an external hard drive and I just have it plugged in and that's what I do.
That is one thing that I'm so grateful for Sony for doing finally, like years ago, like maybe 2-3 years ago, when they finally added where you can put an external hard drive on your system. But I have a 2 terabyte in my Pro, and I have a 4 terabyte external, and my Pro is completely full, and half of my external is full.
It's ridiculous.
I have a lot of games.
Real quick, before we run out of time, I want to talk about Humble Bundle real quick. So, for those PC gamers out there, Humble Bundle is a distribution platform selling games, books, and ebooks and software and other digital content. And basically, they let people buy bundles of games for a low price, and part of the money that goes, or that you're giving them, goes to a charity. There are many choices that you can pick. And 65% goes to the developer. This is default, by the way. 20 goes to charity, and 15% goes to Humble Bundle themselves. It's $12 a month, and it is an amazing deal because even if you only get one decent game, it pretty much pays for itself. For example, let's see. For October, the games you got were American Truck Simulator. I know, contain yourself, Jade.
I was so excited. I was about to hit that button. You didn't even know.
Dungeon 3, Gremlins, Hidden Folks, Old Man's Journey, Overwatch, We Were Here Too. I mean, I know everyone already has Overwatch, Jade.
I do have it on the Xbox One.
Do you? Oh, wow. See, did not expect that from you. But that game alone, I don't know how much it's worth now, but it's definitely not $12.
That game is still, like, some versions of that game are still $60.
Yeah.
Like, it's crazy.
So there you go. I got that for free this month. And, well, not for free, for the $12 that I paid. But since I already had it, I was able to gift it to someone else. So if you already own any of the games on the bundle, you can gift them to your friends. And for November, there's a sneak peek at some of the games that are going to become available. Hollow Knight is one of them, which I heard was amazing.
Yeah, that's a big popular game, yeah.
Hitman, the complete first season.
Wow, that's actually pretty impressive.
And 7 Days to Die, which I play the shit out of.
That is adult Minecraft.
Those are some pretty legit games to be getting for $12 a month. Those three games.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's the Humble Bundle for you guys. If you play on PC, definitely look at it.
What do we got on PSN?
On PSN this month, let me pull it up here. Give me a second. I had it here. I'm on a phone, guys. I'm not a.
You want me to go?
PC. Yeah, hold on. Relax.
Bitch, I got Assassin's Creed to play. Come on now.
So, for PS Plus, the games that have leaked for November, I'll start with November and then I'll do October. So for November, the 2 games that have leaked so far are Yakuza Kiwami, which is pretty cool if anyone hasn't played the Yakuza games. Good time to get into it. And then we're also getting Bulletstorm Full Clip Edition. I've never played Bulletstorm. I don't really know what it's about, but I know it's a game that, you know, it's been around for a little while. And then October, we have Friday the 13th, which Killian mentioned earlier that he was playing. And then this game called Laser League. I don't even know what this thing is, Laser League. It's on PS4. Check it out. It's free. If you have PS Plus, you can download that. And then for PS3 and Vita, you get The Bridge, Rocket Birds 2. And for Vita, you get some game called Read Only Memories. That's probably, I don't even know what that is. But
Read
yeah,
Only
those are your
Memories.
games.
Wait, people own Vita games? I'm just...
Apparently.
My Vita is collecting dust. And what about for Xbox?
Well, for Xbox, we have Overcooked, which is a really great multiplayer game coming out.
I love
That is
Overcooked.
available. Yeah, that's available from the 1st through the 31st on Xbox One. We have Victor Vran, which I believe is kind of like a top-down style game. You guys know for sure?
Top-down? Okay.
Never heard of it.
And then we have Stuntman Ignition for all the racing people. That one is available from the 1st to the 15th, so you only have one more day to get it. And Hitman Blood Money, which was extremely popular back in the day from 360 days. That's from the 16th through the 31st for the Xbox One and 360. All of these games together, if you bought them at retail value, are $72.
What?
So you know that Xbox Live and PlayStation Network games that are the amount that you pay, $60 a year. Just 1 month of that, guys, pays for that membership, even if you only play these games a couple of times.
Take advantage.
Exactly. Take advantage. Even with, like, the reason why I have so many games on PlayStation is because no matter what the game is for PlayStation Plus or Xbox, I add it to my library every single time. Because there might be one day where I'm like, fuck, I want to try what this is. Let's see what it is. And you might be surprised.
I've been surprised.
You are surprised.
Well, thank you all for listening to Gamer Repose. We are out.
We are out. Peace
Amen.
out. Peace out.
Just want to give a massive thank you to a dear friend of mine, Ethelriki, for setting up our website at GameRepose.com. Join him on ethelriki.com for all his gaming shenanigans. Thank you, dude. Much love.
Game Repose is a production of GameRepose.com. This episode was produced by Killian Ace, Jaden Knight, and Tiago. Funding for Game Repose is provided by its hosts. If you want to support Game Repose, please like, share, and subscribe. Opening music is provided by Husky by the Geek. Find more covers and original music from Husky by the Geek on Facebook. Closing music on this episode is provided by Platinum Games and Keiichi Okabe. Listen to more epic music tracks on Nier Automata. Game Repose and its hosts are solely responsible for its content.